show how to.
So what we're going to make here is called a 3-2-1 dough. It's 3 parts flour, and this is all-purpose flour, and it's 2 parts butter. And this butter has actually been, I cut it up and put it in the fridge so that it's going to get incorporated really nicely. At this point, all you do is combine these two. This is called the rubbing method because, as you can see, I'm rubbing together the butter and the flour. So now you're going to form a bit of a well right in the middle of the dough and add in your water. That's about 4 tablespoons for this recipe. And a nice pinch of salt because that's going to really balance the flavors. It's really starting to come together now, and you don't want to overwork the dough. You're going to actually make it into a disc, and that disc is going to go into the refrigerator for 30 minutes. This is really important because you need the gluten strands that you've been working with while you're doing this to relax. Otherwise, you're going to get this really tough, overworked dough, and if you want a tender crust, you need to let it relax. I've got the disc that's been in the refrigerator, and now it's ready to be rolled. Start from the middle and go away. Start from the middle and go away in all 4 directions. Give it a nice 90-degree turn and just keep doing this. What we're going for is about 1/8 to 1/4 inch thickness. I like about 1/8 of an inch. Now the trick to this is don't work next to a warm stove because you don't want to get your crust all upset. Don't work on a hot day, and then you can roll it up like this, and now I can carry this wherever I want. And then you unroll it on top of the tin. So just lightly kind of set it in here and gently cut away some of this extra stuff. If you have a palette knife like this, you could kind of use this to carve away at it, but it's not necessary. A paring knife works fine at this as well. With all this extra dough, we're going to kind of push in the crust into the form even more. So I usually go around the edge like that. I go and make sure that this crease right in here is getting a lot of attention. And now I can see that that's pushed in. I kind of do the bottom and then the edge just one more time, just to be sure. Again, don't overwork it. So that's your pie crust. And at this point, you fill it with whatever filling you want, or you blind bake it. And what that is that you would actually take this and poke holes in the bottom, and then you'd throw it in your oven, and that would be for more a moist filling. Then you would bring it back out. It would be a little bit browned, and that way it could hold the moist filling and not get soggy. So if you ever have soggy crust, that might be your problem. If, however, you're doing a filling that's already relatively dry, you can just go ahead and put it right in here and put it in the oven, and then you've got tender, perfect pie crust that is really quite simple to make.